As a parent, it can be difficult to get the stuff you need, the gear you need to get outdoors with your kids. When I first started getting into backpacking and I realized that I wanted to take my son with me, I was extremely nervous because I didn't want to mess it up. I didn't have the money nor the time. And plus, Mama Bear was, breathing on my neck because she wanted her son to come back. And so today I'm going to talk about buying gear for kids. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Epic Adventures. I am Papa Bear. And like I said before, we're going to talk about buying gear for kids. This is a very important topic to me because I learned a lot of things in buying backpacking gear for Little Bear. And I don't think anyone really talks about this so much. Is that it's overwhelming for us as parents to figure out what our kids need. And so once I figured out the ins and outs of trying to outfit my son, it became a lot easier and affordable to get the gear that he needs. But before we get into it, if you like this video, please be sure to like and share it with a friend, a family, and an enemy. If you like the content on this channel, please be sure to hit the notification buttons. That way you guys are up to date. And as always, go down below and comment. I like to hear from you guys. And I'm going to have some questions for you from this video. So I definitely want to hear from you in regards to this because this is a good topic. As of today, my most viewed video is the backpacking video I did for Julian. It's the backpacking gear loadout. 7,000 views. That blows me away. For this being a part-time hobby, I'm happy with that. So it lets me know that a lot of parents out there are looking for guidance on what to buy their kids. Now, this isn't the first time I've intervened or mentioned something or talked about this because I was in REI and I saw a mother buying 2 sleeping pads because she wasn't sure on which one to get, and I gave my opinion and she did the opposite of what I told her to do, but that's neither here or there. But the fact is, there's a void out there for parents that need to know what to get their kids. And so we're going to cover that today. Okay. So this woman writes, anyone going backpacking with their car camping sleeping bags? We are trying to make the leap, but we are a family of 5 and buying 5 sleeping bags is not in our cards for us right now. And then she goes on to show a picture of her family, which I can care less about the picture of the family. That is good she's posting because that's a memory that she will always have with her family with those pictures. So it does not matter. She doesn't have to apologize because in the picture she apologized for how the photos look. Who cares? Those are fond memories that those kids are going to have when they go back when they're 15, 16, or have kids of their own and be like, yeah, this is when I first went backpacking. I wish I did it when I was younger, when I was their age, because these kids look very young, like under 10, if any, instead of being 30 and just getting into it, or 32 or 33 and just getting into it. So that's really good. So first and foremost, I commend you, Mom, for doing that. So let's get into the gear portion of it, okay? So the big thing about gear is planning. Planning. And why I say planning, because planning can take you many different directions. Okay? And so if you sit back and look at the trip you're trying to do and plan accordingly to that trip, in regards to gear you need, you will never have to worry about, am I or can I use my car camping sleeping bags? I want you to do me a favor. Go back, take a look at your car camping sleeping bags. And I want every parent to do this because she's not the only one, okay? And see if they meet the requirement of what you need them for the season in which you are backpacking in. Most people that have kids, I'm a little crazy, are going to take their kids backpacking in the summertime. Late spring and probably early fall. Early spring, late fall, and winter, the kids ain't out there. Like I said before, I'm a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, knowing this, I honestly think that the car camping sleeping bags are fine. Yes, they're heavy. But I want you to understand something. Growing up, I had a Walkman that I got from my sister. It was used. I couldn't rewind it. I could only fast forward. So if I wanted to listen to something on the B side, I had to fast forward on the A side to listen to that one song. When I got enough money to buy my own Walkman, I cherished it. I respect it. So now where I'm going with this. Let your kids carry the car camping sleeping bags. As long as they provide the protection that they need, let them carry it because they're going to learn to respect that gear when they get new gear. They're going to know that, oh, well, wait a minute, I started from the bottom, now I'm here. I had these car camping sleeping bags, now I got some down. So it doesn't matter unless the sleeping bag works for the weather, the temperature rating. I'll say that. But what about the rest of the gear? Well, backpacks you can't skimp on. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a strong believer that you can't skip on the backpack. I got the Deutscher backpack, which is right there, that green one. Okay, and you can go back to the backpacking loadout for Julian and take a look at that. And I spent about $100 on that pack, and it's the best investment ever. I got that pack when he was 5. My son will be 11 in a couple of days, and he can still use that pack to this day. Although I've upgraded him to another pack, he can still use that pack as a day pack. I'm still hanging on to it because it, number one, is memories. And number two, I'm also trying to get him used to the mindset of like ultra light. Start getting that into him. So that way it's second nature to him. So it won't be ultra light to him. It'll be packing smartly. Okay. So you can't skip on that. And that was $100. Okay. Now, ways that you can find affordable backpacks is you can go to Facebook. They have some used backpack places. You can actually make your backpack. You can go to several fabric places, which I cannot think of right now. I'll probably place it down below. And I attempted to make my own backpack using the Gossman Gear G4. And I successfully did it, but it didn't work out because I have to get lighter gear, and I wasn't trying to do that right then and there. So it is what it is. But nevertheless, I digress. And at the end of the day, you could possibly use your school backpacks. Now, this may seem retarded and stupid. If you are hurting that much on money, make the outdoors a lifestyle. Now, what do I mean by that? And I'm talking in regards to specifically the backpacks, because a backpack can be used anywhere. So with the Deutscher backpack, I have a brain, a main compartment, and I have 2 water bottle compartments. That's it. What does a child's backpack for school has? Well, minus the brain, a main compartment. And they have some fake me out, places to put your water. So why can't they use their backpack that they go in the backcountry with for the backpack that they use for school? Now, I get it. Some people may make fun of the kids, but you know what though? You're building character. You're building them to realize that they don't need all the nuances of this world. As long as that works and it gets the job done, it teaches them to appreciate and hold a value to things that are important. It always fascinates me how people run out and buy Jordans and then look at me and they're like, oh, I can't do what you do in regards to fishing and hiking and backpacking. Well, I don't wear Jordans. I don't. You tell me what Jordans offer me. Nothing. And because they're more of a fashion statement, you wear them for a week, you have to get some new ones. I wear some Aces. They cost me $64. They're my running shoes. And then when I'm done using them for running, I just wear them from everyday shoes. And then I may go to the store and buy some Columbia boots. I have 2 pairs of Columbia boots right now. Okay? One's to the point that I kind of wore it out. So they're mainly my trash boots that I work around the house in. And I have another pair of boots that look nice when I'm going around town. So, if I have to go into the woods, I can. That's my different ideology in regards to why or what I'm buying for my gear. If you were to buy that Deutsche backpack, what is wrong with using it for school? Nothing. You just got to keep it clean. That is it. And the good thing about it is, you just don't use it for 1 year. You use it for the second year. You use it for the second year. And because of the material, all you got to do is outline the bad boy with with the trash bag. Because let's be real, the regular backpacks that kids are using for school, they don't offer them, they're not waterproof. They offer them protection for the books. So you're going to line it with the trash compactor that fits the bag, put your stuff in there, and you're teaching your kids, one, hey, to protect your items, put in the trash bag line. You're building a foundation for your children. Let's keep it real here. Okay? Let's keep it real. So if I had to do it all over again, I'd have bought that, and hey, say hello to your school book bag for the next 5 years. Yeah, it's a wear and tear, but it's getting the worth of the bag. You get what I'm saying? It's a wear and tear, but you're getting the worth. He got a cut in that bag, and I sold it up, and it still works. It still works. And it's a tough thing for us parents to instill that into kids, because the way social media runs and the way that society is, that we have to do this latest things. But if this pandemic hasn't taught us anything, none of that crap matters when you're in the ground and your body's cold. None of that crap matters when you're stuck at home because you're down in quarantine. But the traits that you teach your child from being able to accept the stuff that you can get and move on, and to be able to take something and use it for multiple purpose, priceless. You can learn a lot for being outdoors. Take your kids out there. So that's what the backpacks. So let's look at the sleeping pad, okay? I bought this kindergarten cap REI inflatable pad 5 years ago. I only used it for 1 year because Little Bear grew that fast. This cost me, I think, $45, just so you know. This is the Big Agnes Air Core. This cost me about $50 if I got it on sale. $5 difference between the two. He doesn't use this anymore. But between this and some of my other pads that are like this, he uses it all the time. So, why do I bring this up? Do not go out and buy this. This is a waste of money because you're going to grow out of this. Spend the $5 extra and get this. As long as this pad does not fail, he's using it. Think about this for a second. How often do you go into the backcountry with your kids? I don't go that often in the backcountry with Julian. Reason being because he has schoolwork to do. Sometimes my trip may not line up for his trip in regards to his capability and physical capability. But when I do, he's using my Climax. He's using the Big Agnes. You get what I'm saying? Or he may get one of those closed cells sleeping bag pads right there. And those are like $10. But he'll never outgrow it because they're designed for an adult. And so with the Climax, it's a lot lighter than the Big Agnes. Okay? But I still allow him to use it from time to time, depending on where we're at. You get what I'm saying? So don't when you buy something that's gonna last for a long time. So I still have this as a representation. I actually tried to sell it and I couldn't sell it, so I just kept it. Next thing, I went and bought these pack towels, and I got this from REI. See the Summit pack towel. Now I want you to look how small it is. This cost me about maybe $20, I think. Went on Amazon. Found the sale. This is another pack towel. Big. And this is in half. Okay? She's a family of 5. I can cut this 4 different ways. Okay? This cost me maybe $5, $10. I'll bump the price up again. And that's how much material it gave me. That's how much material it gave me. And let me show you something. I got more material with this big towel than with this small towel. So I cut this big towel into 4 pieces. Or I might be able to break it down into 5 equal pieces or 6 equal pieces. But either way, don't buy a towel, an individual towel this small. Buy a towel like this. Same material, on sale, and now everyone in the family has a small towel, because these come in handy when bugs come about. And you just put it right over your head like so, and they got their hat on like so. Thought I had my hat on around here, but I don't. And it's protecting yourself from the mosquitoes from killing you. when you wear your bug net. Okay? So think of longevity with your gear. Don't buy anything that's kid friendly. Buy adult stuff. When it comes to Little Bear's raincoat, I buy 2 sizes bigger so he grows into it. When it comes to his long johns, I buy size bigger, sometimes 2, so he can grow into it. His shoes, it is what it is. What I've learned is that if it works out properly, I use his old shoes to hike in because they still fit his feet. So we buy 2 sizes big, or size and a quarter, or size and a half, and that works out pretty well because he's not hiking very far. You get what I'm saying? His coat, the coat that I buy him is the coat he's gonna go into the backcountry with. So I don't buy 2 separate coats. Like I have another coat when I'm going out through the streets, and I have a coat for backcountry. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I buy one coat that allows me to do what I have to do. So if it's a 3-in-1 connection with the rain and then the insulation underneath, then that's what I do. The point that I'm trying to say is this. Before you go out and spend your hard-earned money, and I know retailers probably hate me saying this, look at the fact that can he use this as an adult? And if the answer is yes, buy it. Will he be using it as an adult? Probably no. But you can get a lot of runs on it. You can get a lot of runs on it. Because a lot of manufacturers now are offering warranty for this stuff. So if it breaks within 30 days of purchasing it, sometimes a year, you can take it back and have them fix it. What can I say? Another good thing to do is this. REI sells, or REI does these garage sales. And I've heard of people, and I haven't been able to do it yet because every time they have a garage sale going on, I'm at work. It's like a curse. But go by your nearest REI and go to the garage sale and see what you can find. You might have to fix it here or there, tweak it here or there. You know, you'd be amazed. Because remember, these are kids. They're going to break and damage stuff. I can't tell you how many times my son has done messed something up, and I'm looking at him like, boy, you do not know how much money I spent on it. But if you buy something from REI and it's a quarter of the price of what you normally spend on it, have mercy. You're solid. You're good to go. So, I want to know what you guys think out there. Am I talking some knowledge, I'm dropping it, or I'm just BSing? And if I'm dropping knowledge, what are some tips that you guys, go about in saving money? There's plenty of ways to get the gear you need to go outdoors. But the question is, do you want to be Guccified, or do you want to survive? Because I know and seen a lot of people get the Gucci gear, and when they do a through hike, they don't make it. But there's people out there, and you know I'm right, they get the basic Walmart stuff, and they make it. Why? Why they make it? So with that being said, thank you so much for listening to my rant for about 20 minutes. I hope you guys enjoy this particular episode. Kids and us as parents is the best thing that could ever happen to us. There are so many photos I have of my son that I just sit back and I cry. So to all you parents that are out there that is feeling a struggle, you're not by yourself. We all feel it. I may have one child, but I feel it. But understand that it's worth it. In the end, when you can sit back and look at your child and he gets older and he has kids, and you look at your grandkids and you hear your child speak of the experience that you had as a little kid to his grandkids, it's the best feeling in the world. So that being said, I'm Papa Bear. Thank you very much for listening to me rant for about 20 minutes. Happy hike, happy life. Or is it happy life, happy hike? Out here.